Guys, we need to become more fat phobic. All right. Now, before you think I hate fat people, hear me out, okay? I used to be fat myself. I used to be obese actually when I was between the ages of 15 to about 17. Um, then I decided to make the change, and the reason might actually shock you. All right. When I made the biggest difference wasn't because I was super motivated or because I got inspired really massively. It's because somebody fat shamed me. Okay, not even directly. I was watching somebody's video and they said, "Listen, if you're fat, yeah, like as a young guy, yeah, this really bothered me. Like you're gonna have a much harder life when you're older. Fat people are looked down upon in this life, right?" And this message, I really hated it at the time when I was really fat because I was like, "How dare you call fat people less than? How dare you treat us like we're less than, right?" But then the more fat loss I did and the more I got into shape, the more I started to understand, right? Appearances are one of the biggest currencies in this world, right? Your appearance is one of the biggest determining factors in how you're going to be treated in this life, right? Why do you think so many people invest so much in their appearance and how they look? Why do you think the fitness industry is so profitable? Why do you think people want to go to the gym and build muscle and they want to look like fitness models? Why do you think this is the case? It's because it's true, right? The better you look, the better you most likely be treated in this life. I know it sounds vain and shallow, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we need to become more fat phobic is because there are people who are delusional. Fat people are delusional, and I used to be one of these fat people, by the way, right? I used to be delusional to the fact that I deserve the best, even though I'm not in the best physical shape I can be in, right? They say you are what you attract, right? So if you're not in the best physical shape you're in, how can you demand that you get the best? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're a fat person and you're comfortable with being fat and you're cool with being fat, that's you. That's you. Okay, props to you. There are fat people who complain about being fat. Those are the ones I have a problem with. If you complain about being fat, which is something you can 100% change, it's in your control. I don't want to hear anyone talking about it's not in my control, right? Losing fat is 100% in your control, right? It's doable. It's not easy. It's as simple as lowering your calories and increasing your activity, but it's not easy, right? The most simple things in life are usually not the easiest. You know what I'm saying? But we need to become more fat phobic because when somebody fat shamed me, that's when I made the biggest difference. It's not because somebody was, oh yeah, you can do it, let's get it. No, because that positive reinforcement for most people doesn't work. You need somebody to kick you up the, you know what I'm saying? You need somebody to give you a reality check. You need somebody to be honest with you. And that's what being fat phobic brings. It's not that you hate fat people. Nobody, I don't hate a single human being for their life choices. If you like being fat, cool, that's fine, right? But if you're one of these fat people who you complain all the time about why so much bad stuff happens to you because you're fat, but you're not willing to change, that's hypocritical, right? Instead of complaining about, oh, I can't lose fat because of X, Y, and Z, why don't you say, okay, I don't know how to lose fat. What can I do? What can I do that I haven't been doing? Because trust me, there's something you can do to improve your fat loss approach. But some people just think, oh, it's too much work, so the easiest thing is to cop out and to complain. And that's why we need to stop it, right? We need to be more fat phobic. The new, this little fat acceptance little thing that's coming to society now, where they're trying to accept fat. When I was going through my fat loss phase, that wasn't a big thing. 3 years ago, fat acceptance, what's that? What's fat acceptance? What is fat acceptance? Like, I'll be on TikTok, yeah, because I have nearly 20,000 followers on TikTok. Follow me on there. I'll be on TikTok and I'll see people. Oh, you go, girl. A girl's morbidly obese. She's not in the best shape she can be in, right? She's not healthy. You go, girl. You're pretty, girl. You're this girl. They're lying to the girl. They're trying to feed into the girl's ego, trying to build her up. They think they're doing her a favor by telling her she's not fat, by telling her she looks good the way she is, even though it's a lie. We can all clearly, bright as they see, it's a lie, right? But you can't say that nowadays. You can't tell people being fat is not healthy. Being fat is really bad for you. You can't tell people that. God forbid you tell people that, because you will get hated on. Guys, I'm proof. I made a video before saying being fat is extremely unattractive. I explained why it was unattractive. I showed myself when I was from before and now. A lot of the people, you still look the same anyway. Being fat is in the eyes of the beholder, looks in the eyes of the beholder. All the kind of excuses you'd accept or you'd expect, right? But guys, believe me when I say, if you're fat, if you're a young guy, especially, yeah, like a young guy, young girl, do the right decision and go lose the fat. Okay, you'll have a much better life. I'm not saying your life is gonna be roses, but it's gonna be much better than if you're fat, right? There is a stigma around fat people. Whether it's true or not, that's not the point, right? The point is there's a stigma. You have to make the decision for yourself. I can't decide, oh, I want you to lose fat and you lose fat. That's not how it works. You have to come to that realization yourself. But let me know what you think in the comments anyways, guys. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe and comment. Love anyways. I'm out, man. Peace.